line about nothing. Why won't you go get you $1 or something? Don't hang with a nigga who lying for nothing. I see that we riding like that with my dogs. She's on bragging about honey. So go to your places, I know that they something. But call me your papa, I barely can trust that. I'm sure it was shorty, she bagging the bucket. And
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up?
We're back, episode 2.
Frank Smith, Austin Mills in the building.
1 second, we will be back. Just give me a moment.
We got the reverb on the episode right now. Guys, what up? Good morning. Welcome to the ClutchPoints weekly show. We are back with a brand new episode this morning. This is the second episode ever. So if you are tuning in live right now, we appreciate you guys for being the OGs. We will, 3 days a week, be bringing you the hottest stories from sports, from entertainment. We're gonna try to hit a little bit of everything.
And just to backtrack a little bit, bear with us, guys. You know, this live stuff is complicated. We're just starting out. We're doing this for you. So if we have a couple technical difficulties, you know, we're working through it.
Yeah, we're working out the kinks.
We're gonna really make sure our mics don't cut off today, and leave everyone with us just lip syncing.
The purpose of a live show really gets ruined if the mics don't work.
Yeah, that always ends up hurting. But in any case, how was your day yesterday? What were you doing?
It was good. I was actually filming a bunch of new YouTube videos for you guys. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet, youtube.com/Austin Mills. I posted a new video yesterday. When I went to Hawaii with my family, I went undercover as a tourist and balled with some Hawaiian guys.
I got a sneak peek of this. He's got like a full like puka shell necklace on. He's got Hawaiian like tropical tea. He looks like a scrub rolling up to the court that's just gonna, you know, be the last guy picked, but kind of Uncle Drew'd people.
And they were talking smack. Like, these dudes were talking real smack. This wasn't doctor, this was real smack. They were good, though. Shout out to the Hawaiian guys. I appreciate you guys for having me out. What about you? How was your day?
Man, it was busy. We had some serious NBA news going on. Like I said on the first episode, like, the NBA just won't quit. Just when we think it's completely dead, something happens. A schedule drops, a trade happens, or unfortunately someone gets injured. So today in the microwave.
Pull it out. I don't want to pull it out, but we have to pull it out.
And before I pull it out, we're doing this a little bit differently. Like I said in the first one, I want to cook some things in here. I want to get a little breakfast in me.
You wanted to get a little spicy.
We might get a little spicy.
A little spicy.
You didn't know what a Jimmy Dean's breakfast bowl was? I
not.
didn't get one of those. Come on, like Jimmy Dean's, if you want to sponsor us, like we could work something out. But what we're going to do is set this thing to 3 minutes and 30 seconds. It's actually going to be on and cooking. Tell us if you can hear the microwave. We don't think you will be able to.
We don't want you to listen to a microwave for 3.5 minutes.
No.
So if you can hear it, please let us know in the comments.
But we're going to be actually cooking. It's going to ding, and we're going to move on to the next one. So without further ado,
pull it out.
We're going to go
That's
for.
What she said.
We're going to go. First one, it's not going to ding. Okay. We should probably set that up next time. But after this, it's going to ding.
After this, for the next one.
For the first one.
Don't show them too much.
Take that, please.
I don't even. What? You brought us.
Give me. I want you to
linguine.
guess. I want you to guess what this linguine represents, and look at our first topic.
The structure of Boogie Cousins' bones. No.
My friend.
Was that incorrect?
That is spot on.
Is it?
That is spot on.
Did I get it? I nailed it.
You nailed it.
Nailed it.
Microwave is on.
It's a little too soon.
We got
for that,
3 minutes and 30 seconds of Boogie Cousins. I feel bad for Boogie, but let me get this out of the box here. This linguine.
Too?
These are Boogie's tendons right now. And it's tough. And by the way, Boogie hates ClutchPoints.
Does he?
He does not like us. No.
Oh, I did not know that.
A lot of players love us. Like, seriously, we have tons of players that follow us. Boogie is not one of them.
I did not know
So he is not going to see this. He does not look at our stuff. But
you guys are probably blocked.
I don't know. But these are Boogie's tendons right now.
Oh, my God.
That was unfortunate. And kind of mean. But, hey, That's what he's been the last 3 years. Boogie was so good, and it's just these injuries have been killing him.
You know, I feel really, really bad for him because the dude, I mean, the amount of money that he's lost from these injuries has to be above $50 million.
Well, going back
He
to
could
the
have
Pelicans.
50 Bugattis.
I mean, it was strange what the Pelicans decided to do in the first place when they traded for him. Like, why are we playing two centers right now in the NBA?
Yeah.
That was a weird move to begin with. And then him tearing the Achilles right at the end of that stretch, that's what it was, right? The Achilles?
Yeah.
I mean, $100 million, let's call it,
And
conservatively.
Boogie was a bucket before he got injured. Like, auto bucket. We want to get a bucket, we're going to throw the ball into Boogie. It might be a little awkward, but he's getting a bucket.
He really transitioned his game, too. When he came into the league, and I remember watching him at Kentucky as well, he didn't have this perimeter game. He was jab stepping and taking guys to the rim.
Super skilled.
At
super,
what?
super skilled.
Like 280 pounds?
Big guy.
Which, by the way, that's interesting, too. When everyone was saying Zion is going to be the heaviest player in the NBA, other than Boban, is he really less heavy than Boogie? Boogie's a huge dude.
He's just really wide. I think a lot of it's in his legs, too. A lot of people don't realize that this dude's legs are massive.
Who's Zion?
Zion.
Yeah.
And I think that's why he gets so high. That's why he looks down on the rim. His legs are massive. Not that I was checking out his legs or anything, but
Have you been checking out his legs? Have you seen him in person?
I haven't seen him yet in person. But some of the photos I've seen, he looks shredded up top. So it's got to be maybe a little something in the belly, but definitely maybe in the cheeks, in the legs.
That video of him playing a pickup game at Duke where he almost tore the rim down.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all you need to see.
He's super powerful. But back to Boogie, I used to love watching him when he was with the Pelicans, and then this past year in Golden State was tough. He was so inconsistent, and he did look very overweight, like more than ever. And trying to bring the ball up the court and dribbling the ball, it was not his best year.
And that was a courageous comeback in the finals, and he did have a good game. Probably the player of the game. What was the game? I can't remember right now. But
Maybe.
he was a liability on D. And that's what happens after you tear your Achilles. Now he's got to come back from a torn ACL. It doesn't look good for Boogie. Hopefully he can come back. I mean, maybe he can come back by playoffs. But at this point, why risk it? Just get healthy.
I don't know. I don't think he'll be back by playoffs. I think he's done for the season. ACL is what they think it is, which is real serious. We've seen that with a lot of other players.
Well, we think Clay's going to come back, and he did the ACL.
He's had some time, though. Clay's had some time. That's the buzzer.
That's the buzzer. What do we have? If you guys have any thoughts on Boogie, comment it.
All right, so we're going to segue into another big man
Okay.
in the NBA. Are you going to make me figure out another correlation for this item?
Do you want to?
This one I'm a little confused
Okay, this
about.
one, I went to Trader Joe's. I love Trader Joe's, and I was thinking, how can I symbolize this rumor that was going on yesterday? This rumor was so popular on our site. We had tons of people tuning in. It doesn't make sense to me, and it is the Baby Beats Ready Hot or Cold from Trader Joe's rumor. Nobody likes Beats, and nobody likes Dwight Howard.
Oh, God.
He's done. He's washed.
Tough jump.
This is two rough things to come out of the microwave so far. Hopefully we get some love to come out next. But
Dwight was loved at one point. When he was Superman and he was winning those dunk contests, people loved them some Dwight.
So true. But he's been washed since, 2014? It's done. It's over for Dwight. No one likes him in the locker room. He was a disaster with the Lakers to begin with. To clarify, the rumor was Dwight is coming back to the Lakers. He's going to replace DeMarcus Cousins and be the center. There's a lot of centers in the market. Dwight didn't play much basketball at all last year. And of course, I don't want to get into it, but there was the whole personal life, internal conflict drama that rattled everyone. At a certain point, it was unclear if he was going to play basketball ever again. So
He's had a lot of issues on a lot of teams.
And the injuries.
And his own personal issues. I personally, as a Laker fan, don't want to deal with more drama. We've had enough drama in the past. These drama guys don't do well for any teams ever. No more drama guys.
I forgot to get this microwave going. Let's
Heat
get
it
this
up.
back going.
Heat it up.
I'm going to go 2 minutes on this.
Put 2 minutes on there. 2 minutes on the clock. I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know the exact number, Frank. I don't know if you know this. But Dwight has something like 9 kids with 8 baby mamas, I think, is the number. That's
think
a lot
he's-
of child support. That's a lot of headaches.
He's right up there with Antonio Cromartie, Fetty Wap. I think those are the
You
three.
think there's like a race? Do you think they try to like compete, like try to pump out as many kids?
Well, I think
with as
Antonio
many
Cromartie
different-
is the league leader, like kind of forever. He kind of like
It's not a good race to win, by
He's
the way.
the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in terms of point scoring. Like no one's touching Kareem's record. At least
No.
doesn't seem like it, unless
Yeah.
LeBron plays till he's like 42. But yeah, if you guys remember that Hard Knocks episode when Antonio was trying to name all his kids, didn't go so well. So that's got to be stressful for Dwight.
It can't be good. It cannot be good. I just think it's too much of a problem with the Wizards. That whole team is a problem, still is a problem. He only brings problems where he goes. And I used to love him. I'm sure he's a good guy.
wanna
Then there was
hear
the
from
rumors
Lakers
about
fans,
him
too.
and the butt stuff. And I know
I wasn't
guys
gonna
didn't
say
feel
it.
too comfortable about the butt stuff.
I wasn't gonna say it, but it's weird.
You know, he's on a lot of memes. A lot of Dwight memes out there. I prefer Tristan Thompson, and there's a lot of drama with Tristan Thompson right now.
At least Tristan Thompson can get you 10 and 10.
Yeah. Which we don't know what Dwight can bring us anymore.
He's older. I mean, he came into the league in 2004.
His 10 and
first
10
pick
is-
of the draft out of high school.
10
He's
kids
he's a year younger than LeBron. He's probably like, what, 33, something like that. It doesn't look good. And I want to hear from the Laker fans out there. Do you want Dwight? Like, is this something you're willing to do to your locker room? Do you see a better option? Who do you want at center? Who are some other options out
I
there?
heard something about Myers Leonard.
Yeah, Myers Leonard.
I would love to take Myers Leonard. He's a really good guy in general. Minor distractions, works his butt off, and can spread the floor. So
We got something from Noam.
We got a comment from Brian Meeks. He says, how about Alex Len?
Alex
Okay, so
Len-
Noam said, from Alex Meeks, thank you, Alex Meeks, for, huh?
Brian Meeks.
Sorry, Brian Meeks. He said, how about Alex Len?
I wouldn't mind Alex Len. The guy's been working his tail off. He's shown a lot of improvement. He's a big problem in the middle. We've seen him catch a lot of lobs from Trae Young, which we've seen LeBron do. LeBron drive in the lane and throw the lob up. If he can cause some problems down low, I just don't know if the Hawks would give him up. I don't know what we have to get Alex Len for the Hawks to give him up.
Noam, can you stack check that? What's Alex Len doing? Is he on a roster?
Let's see.
He's on the Hawks.
For sure?
Yeah.
Meeks, come back at us with another comment and give us your best free agent. But thank you for engaging. We're going back to the microwave. Our last thing to come out of the microwave.
Last topic of the microwavable for today.
He's on the Hawks. Okay. Maybe a trade. This one has been cooked a couple times now. I mean, if you're the last one to come out of the microwave, you go through some sessions. Oh, give that a smell.
I'm going to stay away
It's
from
good. It's
I'm
brand new.
What is in there?
Another Trader Joe's special. Trader Joe's and Jimmy Dean's. Come,
It's too early for that smell. I don't know what I
come
just
on.
smelled.
This is, I've never seen this before, but I was looking for something for Draymond Green. I'll get to the story in a second. This is Trader Joe's Spicy Smoky Peach Salsa. I don't think I've ever had a peach salsa, but I ate a lot of peaches. I had a peach this morning.
Is that for chips? What is it? What do you put peach
It's for
salsa
chips.
on?
I actually wanted to get some chips and
Okay.
have a bite.
Chips with the
can you
dip?
find some chips back there in the cabinets?
Shout out to Chance. I'm not eating that. If that's what you think that this is going,
Oh,
I'm
gonna
not
have a bite.
eating that
If
right
no one
now.
finds some chips, I'm having a bite. But anyway, spicy smoky.
No chips in the ClutchPoints office.
That's shameful.
We don't
That's
do
Draymond
processed. We
this
don't
year.
do processed foods over here.
Spicy smoky Draymond. Draymond had an excellent end of the season. You guys saw him lose 25 pounds rather
Yep.
quickly. That was very impressive.
Getting in shape.
Then he came back and was running up and down the court, making plays. He looked like the Draymond that we love.
He's the number one glue guy in the league, hands down, by far. Not a supermax guy, but the number one glue guy.
But he did get the money.
He got not supermax money, not max money, but he got
lot.
what he deserved.
Yeah,
How much he got? A lot.
a lot. So, Draymond got paid, but now he's an underdog.
Yes.
Kind of for the first time in his career. I mean, even his Michigan State teams were really good.
Yeah.
We're going to see a spicy, smoky Draymond this year. He's going to have a chip on his shoulder, which would have been so perfect if we had the chips.
Yeah.
I wish we had that so I could make that reference.
Put it on your.
Yeah. Or just have a bite and spill some on my shoulder. He said he's going to stop yelling at the refs, and he actually did that for a couple games. but then he came back. So like spicy, smoky Draymond has to be there.
I would like Draymond 1,000,000 times more. I already like Draymond. I like what he represents. I like what he does. There's very few guys that can just play a role and do what they do and make the money doing what they do. But I would love to see him stop complaining. That's one of the things I dislike about him most. I hate the amount of complaining he does. I get it. When you're that into it, when you're that enthusiastic about the game, that passionate, you get into it. But it's got to stop at some point. It has to stop. He's got to grow as a player. I think it'll help him become better. But this year, definitely no Clay for the first half of the season. Draymond's going to have to step it up. And he's going to have to be the glue guy with D'Angelo because D'Angelo's going to want to come in and do all types of crazy stuff. So he's going to really have to play that role.
Yeah, it's going to be a challenge. I think he's up for it. We've never known Draymond to be someone that's going to back down. So I expect him to be getting obviously more looks. No KD in the lineup. He's going to be probably playing a lot of forward, a ton of forward.
Yeah. They're not the biggest
not
team
that
in the league.
He's not a forward, but
they're not the biggest team. They're more of the running gun type.
He's going to get a lot more looks. He's going to be a lot more active. Look for Draymond to have a huge year. And look for him to be spicy and smoky like that peach salsa.
When Clay comes back, it's going to be dangerous. What do you think about that 4?
I love that 4. I think
too.
it's disrespectful that their win total. Noam, can you find their win total?
Last year.
No, what it is for this year, but it's surprisingly low. And last year was ridiculous. Their win total was like 68 games. It's like no one's betting the over on that.
Well, they're losing one of the best players in the league, which I understand.
Some people have them missing the playoffs, is what I mean. Like I think that's just disrespect.
The West is good.
46.5 is the win total.
It's like half of what their wins were last year.
I think that's about what the Spurs won last year. Give me the over on the Warriors. Book me on that.
I would take it also. I've always been a little skeptical of D'Angelo. As a Laker fan, he drove me nuts when he was a Laker, but now he's really coming into his own game. He's an unbelievable scorer, a great passer, and he just continues to get better. We've seen in his off-season workouts and all these videos that we see on Instagram, he's so talented. I know that those games are not really realistic, but he's a bucket. And I can't wait to see him with Steph and Clay. That's going to be a crazy dynamic.
He's really grown up too.
Yeah.
So I want to hear from you guys again. Meeks, if you're still there, bring some heat.
He's still on the centers. He says Yusuf Nurkic on the Lakers.
He wants Yusuf Nurkic. Okay, Yusuf Nurkic
is good. Nurkic is Nurkic is good.
He's coming back from an injury, but I love Nurkic. We got to pry him from Portland.
I don't think that would happen.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening. I like your thinking big though, Meeks.
Portland's going to be good though.
I want to hear. What are you buying from Trader Joe's to compare to Draymond Green this season? Are you going to the frozen aisle? Do you think he's going to have a bad year? Are you going to the produce? Very fresh. He's going to be, taking care of himself this offseason. Let me know what you think.
Or are you going to go pick out a dessert because he might be sweet like Dwight?
Hey.
All right, moving on.
Okay, so next we're doing Get This. We did this last episode. We're going to use the microwave again. We're not going to be cooking anything. We're just going to use it as a timer because we love the microwave. This is the Microwaveables. We got to use the microwave. Look how pretty this thing is. It's nice and blue. Have you ever seen a microwave like this?
It's beautiful.
I feel like Billy Mays right now.
It's beautiful.
All right, so we're going to do the first topic. You can lead into it. I'm going to set it for 1 minute 30.
All right, guys. So in our Get This segments, we try to expand out into different things, not just things specific to the league. This is a topic that all ages love. Everybody loves the Ball family. And of course, we got some new Triple B drama. Frank, talk to us.
So, Ball in the Family. Somehow it's on season 5 already. Noam and I were talking about this morning. It started when Lonzo got drafted. How are they on season 5? They are cranking out seasons.
They're moving quick.
It's incredible.
I think out of everything that the family does, the show might be the most successful thing. Out of the basketball, the clothing, the probably everything. We just went blackout in here. That's probably from the Ball family. But out of everything they do, the show's got to be the most successful thing they do.
It's very successful, and I forget the figure. If one of you guys knows the figure, if no, you want to look it up. They got a lot of money. We were trying to figure out one day in here, like how LeVar Ball's making all of his money.
I think the first deal was like $8 million.
It was a good deal.
Facebook, yeah.
It was a very good deal. And clearly they're holding up their part. 5 seasons is pretty crazy. But we are down to only 23 seconds. The drama of this is they released a trailer for season 5. Lonzo is seen arguing with LeVar about the BBB brand, which we all know what happened. And what's that smell? He's still cooking something. We all know what happened. Maybe I shouldn't run this with nothing in it. It smells like something's burning. But
It does.
there's
Maybe you
nothing.
should stop it.
There's nothing burning.
But the Balls have definitely paused. Ball family has signed worse deals in the past by opting out of their Nike deal. I heard that the Nike deal was up to $20 million when they decided to start their own line.
They passed on it.
And that line, I think, is capiche. I don't think they're doing
Well,
the
see,
clothing
that's
stuff
what the
anymore.
argument is. LeVar still wants to say the brand is alive, and I think the quote Lonzo gives is like, the brand is demolished. And he says, like, says who? And Lonzo says, everybody. So they're playing like, if you guys go and watch this trailer, they're playing like highly dramatic, like cinematic trailer music. It's like
It's a reality show. They're selling
they're scoring it like it's a new Batman movie.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
It's pretty funny. I might actually tune in.
And by the way, when it takes a company 8 months to ship out a pair of shoes, I would say they're not doing too hot.
They're not. Moving on, we have Conor McGregor. We posted this on the ClutchPoints Instagram. If you guys don't follow, I know some of you are on Facebook only. We have a ton of great stuff on Instagram. Some of the stuff doesn't get up on Facebook, like this video. Conor McGregor went off.
We know Conor said he was retiring from fighting, but maybe he was just talking about in the ring because he knocked somebody out.
I mean, you would have thought he knocked him out, but the way he hit this guy, the guy just eats the punch.
Yeah, he did. He was like,
He's an older man, too. This is a tough Irishman. I think he was in Dublin.
is that where it was?
Yeah.
That would make sense. I would never get in a fight with an Irishman. Ever.
At a pub?
At any age.
Come on.
At any age.
It's a bad idea.
They got all that liquid courage.
Clearly, this guy's been hit in the face before because he barely flinched and he stayed in his seat. So props to that guy. But
I want to know what happened. I want to know what the reasoning was.
it sucks. And like TMZ, of course, gets the video from the security cam and there's no audio.
Yeah.
So we'll never really know unless this guy does like a tell-all book and sues Conor McGregor, which
And by the way, that footage looked like it was from the 80s.
it's a security cam. Yeah,
Grainy.
it's really bad.
I mean, there are nicer security cameras these days. Doesn't have to be from the 70s.
You always appreciate the TMZ like stopping it and making like a ding.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we know who Conor is in
signature.
this video.
Yeah.
Like he's the only gigantic dude in this pub.
I think he's got a little bit of an anger issue. I mean,
Has to.
we saw it with the chair throwing and all that nonsense. I think a lot of to be a fighter in general, you have to have an anger issue to have that like fire inside of you. But I think that most of the guys try to tailor that inside the ring, and I think he does it way too much, unless he's just trying to stay relevant. He does it way too much and is really going to get himself in some legal trouble.
It's not looking good. Dana White backed him up. Dana White actually he FaceTimed in from his car. It's like, how easy is it to
good.
get Dana White on the line?
So good.
Did you see the video?
I didn't see it.
It's like, it was in the same article I was reading, but Dana White like immediately addressed it, and he's like in his car like FaceTiming the guys from TMZ. It's like, wow, they have him on speed dial. But
Dana White's really good at staying relevant. He's really good at keeping
he's very
his
good
name
at
out there,
protecting
his
the
face
brand,
out there.
diffusing the situation. He was
100%.
like, look, the incident here is nothing unusual. Guys get hit in the face in Irish pubs all the time. I mean, that's a stereotype, but
Fair.
Dana White said it, not me.
Never been, so I can't really.
I'm actually
myself, but-
40% Irish, and I've never been. I want to go to Ireland. But that's neither here nor there. He said the difference here is obviously it's Conor McGregor, and he's famous, and he's popular, and he sets an example, and he's a professional. He can't do this. So
He did sucker punch him though. That's the only thing. It's not like the guy like had his hands up. He just slapped the guy when he was just sitting there.
it was a cheap shot.
For sure.
All right, should we do it? The final one?
Last topic of the day.
Go ahead.
Let's get it. Swaley and Drake got a new hot track. Speaking of hot, Listen, we only bring hot things.
I
on
think
the
that
show.
might have been why this was burning.
Maybe. Burning up. Won't Be Late. New track just dropped. A lot of new music coming out recently. What do we think about Won't Be Late?
Won't Be Late. I was trying to listen to it last night. I saw on the Instagram post it was going to come out 9:30 p.m. Pacific time. That didn't happen. That always happens. It's like, how hard can it be to just get it on Apple Music? But at least they're not getting delayed by like weeks anymore. At least we've come that far. But anyway, I had to wait till this morning. I didn't play it on speakers yet. I only played it on my phone, like when I was showering. So it sounded good. It was stuck in my head for a minute. It was catchy.
Drake only puts out bangers. I don't know how he does it.
Is it a banger?
He
Certified?
only puts out, you know what? You got to listen to it a few times. It's the same thing with every Drake song. Listen to it a few times, and then it's going to bang. Every song he puts out, Money in the Grave, the 2 tracks he dropped right after the finals, everyone were super hyped about, and they were fire.
Well, the one that's, it's not Money in the Grave. It's,
The other one.
The other one is like, that was a good song. It was like very lyrical, but I don't think I played it more than 5 times.
It wasn't as hot as Money in the Grave, put it that way. Rick Ross dropping a lot of new music, Young Thug dropping a lot of new music, Quality Control dropping a lot of new. There's a lot of hip hop right now.
A lot. And I think Sway Lee's a bright spot. Like with the whole new wave hip hop, like all the guys with Lil in their name, I can't get into all of them. I'm a huge hip hop fan. Been so since like 2003. But I can't love them all. And
much
this
mumble
is a
rap.
good one. I don't like the mumble rap.
Too much
so,
mumble rap.
Sway Lee featuring Drake, Won't Be Late. I'm going to play it again on these speakers right after we get done with this episode. I think it might be a banger.
We can't play it on the episode because of copyright purposes.
You know how it is.
We learned that in episode 1. We played some music. It was not copyrighted, and
Man, YouTube is getting good at that.
it's crazy.
Because we were playing it in like the background, and we were like talking over it too, like overlaying our audio, and they still tagged it. So
If I'm in a public place and there's music playing in the background, I can't film any sound for a YouTube video because
they're
I'll
that
get flagged.
good, even
They're that
with
good.
people talking over it.
They're that good.
Wow.
And Instagram flagged me yesterday. Come on, Instagram. Ruined my engagement on my video.
You got to go with that
Killing me.
license stuff.
I know, but it's just
All you licensed artists, can we get a banger?
please
Can we
more
get a
bangers.
Can we get a licensed banger for the intro? But back to Drake. I thought this sounded like More Life Drake. More Life was an album where he had like all the, I guess he called it a playlist. He didn't even call it an album.
Yeah.
But he had all the European influence on there.
And Drake just dropped that album he had with all his old jams on it.
Care Package.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drake is, we haven't heard about any new album he's doing, but
I'm sure he'll
it doesn't
drop
stop the
something
flow
soon.
of music.
Yeah. He's always on his game.
So let us know, what do you guys think about it? Banger, not banger? Should we go to Gnome?
What's the banger of the summer?
Gnome, what do you think?
That's the question.
Banger?
I thought it was alright. I don't think it
Gnome's not into
was.
it.
Also, it takes me a while. I gotta listen at least.
Yeah, a couple
at least
times.
2 or 3 times, and especially Drake songs. They grow on me.
Takes a
after
few
listen.
times.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let us know in the comments, is it a banger, not a banger, and what is the song of the summer? I think that
Well,
wraps it up.
I have an even better one. This is a question. I did an office tour the other day. It was short-lived. We didn't keep it on the story. We'll do a more professional one once we have, once we clean up some of the wires in here. But one of the questions I was asking people was, if you were in the WWE or the MLB, what's your walk-up song?
I like that. It's a good one.
Because I know a lot of people, they might not watch baseball. In baseball, when you come to the plate and you're getting ready to bat, you get to pick a song. You get up about 3-4 times a game. They actually let you change it. You can pick 4 different songs.
dope.
These guys have a whole playlist for coming to the dish
Dope.
now. I'll release mine after you guys release yours. Let us know. Tag ClutchPoints. Just DM ClutchPoints. That's the easiest way. Just DM ClutchPoints. I'll check it in the requests. I'll reply to you. And if it's good and if you've got something funny to say about any of the stuff we talked about today, we'll get it on the show. Just like, what's his name? Brian Mack? Brian. I keep messing
It's
his
funny
name.
you actually bring up it's funny you actually bring
Brian
up
Meeks.
the walk-up song because I'm playing in a charity celebrity game Saturday. If you guys want to come, Long Beach State, Saturday, 3 o'clock, Jordan Bell
Austin's
charity
got game. You guys got to see Austin play.
I
It's
can
really
hoop
good.
a little bit, and they asked me for my intro song,
Oh, okay. So you had to do this.
and I want to be a little different. Everyone probably is gonna say the same songs, whatever's popping. I went with a little 1,000 Miles, Christina Perri Do we know that reference?
Oh, yeah. Really?
Yeah.
For the kids?
It's gonna be a hot track.
All right.
I think
Does
it'll
that
be
get you
popular.
pumped up?
Everyone's seen White Chicks.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen White Chicks yet, make sure you see White Chicks.
What was the goal with that song? Are you trying to get yourself up? You trying to get the
just
crowd
get pumped
up?
up. Just be a little different. Bring a
Yeah,
little
stand out a little bit.
genre.
Everyone's gonna come out to something hard, a big 808.
100%. A little diversity in the genres.
And they're like, what's going on here?
Exactly.
This kid's gonna be floating.
100%.
All right, that wraps it up for today. At FMS_Frank Smith is where you can find me. At Austin J Mills,
Yes,
you
sir.
can find Austin. Check out his new video in Hawaii. He's
Peep
uncle.
it.
He's pretty much just Uncle Jewing these people
Pretty
in Hawaii.
much. Uncle Tourist.
Yeah. And if you want to DM me the stuff, if you are more comfortable with that, you can do that too. DM me, ClutchPoints, doesn't matter. We'll see you guys on Monday. We're here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern, live on Facebook and YouTube. This is the Microwaveables. We'll see you guys next time.
Should we leave on a copyright music notice?
No, we're not going to do that.
All right. Never mind then. Peace.